Hey you guys, it's Marcus Hupenbecker on Facebook Live. Facebook Live, working out here in my garage. And while I'm working out, I got something to share with you guys. It's very important, and it's a must. And it's a must here. It's a must here. It's a must here. I was just coming across some old friends of mine I worked with. I've had a personal friendship with them, and it's about a kid that really had a rough beginning like I did. Basically, what it entails is that my friend Jason, he's in his early 30s. Hey Lana, hey Savannah. He's in his early 30s. And he has autism just like I do. There are some similarities between me and him. He has a temper problem like I do. Me and him are basically identical. Hey Yolanda. Me and him are basically the same in various areas. He's 30. He's a bright young man. It's just he's had a hard time. He just got some shocking, disturbing news earlier in the week about his blood family trying to get in contact with him, and it broke him. So, I normally don't do this, but I promised him I would do a video dedicated to him on my Facebook Live. And I want to dedicate this video on live to Jason Dwight Humphrey, a friend of mine. I've known him for 9 years. He's a really cool kid. He has temperament issues. He has a hard time letting things go. He got adopted like I did. And I don't want to put his exact story on Facebook due to respectful accommodations and requests and admirations. But I will say this up front though. He would love to see me do this for him. And the reason why I will not put his stuff out is just basically for respect. He wouldn't do it to me. And he wanted me to do this for him because he's having a hard time right now. And he needs the support and he needs prayers. For those of you that believe in the Holy Lord like I do, I want you guys to do me a favor. For those of you that are viewing this video, yes, that means you too, Yolanda, is just basically take a second of your time with whatever you're doing, drop what you're doing, and just pray for him. Pray for him because he needs all the prayers and support he's getting, and I've been slowly walking with him through this process because this is a messed up situation for him, and I'll tell you why. He didn't deserve to be disrespected. Now, not trying to go on about myself though, but I'm in a situation where I can't do the same thing either. My blood family I don't want nothing to do with my blood family. He's in a better situation because if he was living with his blood family right now, he wouldn't be in the situation he is today. This would have got him possibly in worse trouble than he will ever be in. He's a good kid. He's funny. He's energetic. He's full of life. He has some discrepancies and deficiencies like I do, but he looks up to me. Mentally, he's like a 12-year-old, but he looks up to me. He has nothing but mad respect for me, and I have respect for him. He knows I know what he's going through. I was asked a couple months ago, if I was in his situation, would I want to talk to my blood family face to face? I would say no. And here's why. 24 years later, I'm in a better situation. If they were to so happen to find me on Facebook and recognize who I am, which I highly doubt they would remember me at all, let's just say I would ask one question. that question would be, why. And if I did not get an answer, the right kind of answer that I would like to accept, it would be a very intense situation. And I don't want to put them through that, nor myself that. So he had asked me the same question. And I told him no. And he asked why, and I told him why. I don't want nothing to do with him. Yes, I know I'm working out while I'm talking, and that's good because it shows that I can multitask in some areas. And Yolanda, I know you're watching. Hi, Yolanda. Hi, Savannah. It's just a situation that came across me. And I've talked to him about it on numerous times, numerous occasions. Now, why am I talking about this on Facebook Live? Because foster kids that were adopted with disabilities deserve to be noticed and acknowledged more than the regular people. Because people with autism get made fun of, get picked on, get bullied, get just looked at in a different way. And to tell you the truth, I find it borderline disrespectful. I find it repulsive. I find it repugnant. I find it disrespectful. I find it just, of all the negative things I can say, but I'm not going to go on a list with it, make it short and brief because I'm working out right now. But I did tell Jason, and I want you guys to pray for him. He needs all the support. This video is dedicated to him, and I normally don't do this on Facebook Live or at all, because here's why. Respect on both ends of the family. He looks up to me. I'm a good role model for him, even though I have my deficiencies myself, my mental deficiencies myself, but I can still act like a young man that is destined to do whatever he can to get to the top, no matter what he's going through. And in a way, like at work, he's treated like royalty. Because of his disability and because of his situation, he gets away with a lot of things. If they yell at him, no, I'm not trying to mean anything, let's just say he wouldn't take it very well. He would take it worse than I would. He's not as aggressive as I am. When I get to that point, when I feel disrespect coming my way, you guys know. Hey, Russell. You guys know for a fact that I do get defensive and I go and I snap real quick. Well, Jason's not like that. I have told Jason many times, like, they have told me. They have told me the same thing. And the reason why I'm saying it on Jason's behalf is because Jason does not need to be like that. And Jason does not understand. If he truly understands what the situation was about, which I know he don't, and it's hard for him to comprehend, because he was abused as a child. Physically abused as a child. And some people like that are like that. They get traumatized by it and they have bad dreams about it. It's like almost having PTSD. All the memories coming back to when you were a child. And I have friends of mine that have been beaten by their parents. I have friends of mine that got beaten by both their mom and their dad. And I also have friends that fought their dad and kicked their fucking ass for all the stuff that father put him through when he was 8 years old. Take it from somebody that was taken away from my blood mother at 18 months old. Because my blood mother was in some bad demon-like stuff that she chose not to stop. Well, when she needed money to feed me, she didn't have it. She used it all on stuff that she does not need. And look at me now, 24 years later. I'm in great shape. I'm good looking. I'm gorgeous. I'm gorgeous looking as hell. I live in a nice neighborhood. I live in a nice house with my mom and dad and my family. And most importantly, I have a cool little nephew that respects me in the highest regards and looks up to me as well. I have a good family now. I don't want to go back to the old ways, because you go back to what made you or what built you. You go back to what broke you, you will never accept the fact or the offer to be fixed. You go on ahead and move on to what was broken, but you took the time to fix yourself. Then you'll be able to look back and say, hey, look, back then that was the old me, this is the new me. The new me, and here's the new me, I'm just saying it's individualized. I'm individualizing this in a different format. But I'm saying me as everybody. Okay? Saying this from experience. I've had to make some really intense choices. Some really bad choices that... What's up, Chris? Made some choices that could have got me put in jail a few times. And I had to literally just swallow my pride and just say, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to do whatever I can. I didn't mean to slam that. But for those of you that don't know, I don't really realize what's happening here. It's something that happens to all of us kids when we get to a certain point. And what you really got to stop and think and realize is that not everything needs to be said in accordance. What you need to really do is just stop and think and realize, okay, what should I do? How should I address this? How should I go on about this? Should I continue it, or should I persist, or should I just let it go? That is what my friend Jason is going through right now. He can't accept it. He cannot. I told him he cannot handle this. And I'm walking him through this. I told him up front that if he needs to call me, if he needs to call me about this, because I went through the same thing. And see what I did? I did not put my name out like that to get him founded, because that's how people find you. You can connect with anybody on Facebook. You can connect with anybody on Facebook that you're not seen in years, you're not seen in a while. And that's part of the reason why he's really taking this very personally and very serious, because he doesn't know what to do. His adopted mom told him up front, just leave it alone. But because of how bad it traumatized him, he can't. He can't accept the fact that it's gone and it's over with. He has to see it for himself. And if he don't, he will never learn how to move on. So, for those of you that don't really know, you guys need to pray for him. You guys need to pray for him. He deserves all the love and respect from people that are viewing this story and just making this in a different way so you can understand it. I told him up front that he has my support, and I've always told him, no matter what you're going through, I will always try to help you out and everything. And I told him that this is something that needs to be addressed. And people with autism, they're very cool. Okay? I have autism. I've been made fun of. I've been tricked into things my entire life. But it didn't stop me from going higher and higher while they're still on the ground looking down at me and saying, hey, can I wear those blue Nike? I can wear those blue Adidas you're wearing and everything. Man, these are almost 10 years old, man. You don't want these shoes. As many times as I washed them and everything, you just still don't want them. You don't want nothing to do with them. But like I told everybody, I said, look, this is something that needs to be addressed in the professional way it needs to be. And like I said before, I need y'all to pray for him. He's going through a rough time, and go on his Facebook page, is Jason Humphrey, and message him saying that I'm praying for you. You're on my heart and soul, and I hope I hope you can get through this. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.